As I'm riding, I said, let me turn this radio down and talk to the camera. This guy about to run the light. I said, let me turn this radio down and talk to the people about this nature boy, sentencing for life plus 10 years, meaning like once he die, they're gonna put him in the yard of the prison for 10 more years until a family member can claim him. That's crazy. I think he did deserve some time because he was pretty much doing a lot of abusing mentally with the people that was there. And I don't think he really did anything to deserve life in prison. You know what I'm saying? I watched the beginning to the end. I'm talking about literally the journey. You know what I'm saying? I never thought about going there. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even that type of guy that can follow under another man's rules like that. Like, I'm a leader, you know what I'm saying? And only way I would have people following me like that personally is if we was building, taking all the money that they was giving him, like how they was giving him, I would have took that and we would have invested in some property, and we would have been an investment team. It would have been Carbonation Investments. You know what I'm saying? That's what we would have been. We would have been Carbonation Investments with all the power that he had. I would have took everybody, not took everybody money, but I would have had everybody contribute to where as though we all went to a hard money lender and found some deals on a vacant property, and got close to, or we would have been our own construction team. Actually, we'd have been our own construction team, and we would have built houses. You know what I'm saying? We would have knocked them down and remodeled them, and yeah, man. But that's neither here or there. I'm just saying in general, with his situation, I do understand the lady Mama D passed away believing in his message and that she didn't have to take her medicine, and just by living off the nature and doing the things that he advised her to do, advocated for her to do, she passed away eventually. And just like I forgot, I believe it was Zoka. I think it was Zoka that lost her baby, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, or one of them, I ain't gonna say Serenity. It was Zoka, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, the baby died, and it's been a lot of abuse when it comes to him having the girls to check everybody and put their hands on everybody. And he have more likely put his hands on the women like Velvet and Efru and Aya. He have it's been statements that he'd take them in a room and they heard Efru screaming and he was beating them and stuff like that. So I understand that he was abusive, and I don't condone that. I don't glorify that at all. I'm not siding with that at all. You know what I'm saying? He does belong in prison when it comes to that domestic violence abuse, which they was allowing it to happen because they was already mentally programmed, and I just feel like life without parole is way overboard. I believe it's an attack on blacks. I ain't gonna say attack on blacks. It was an attack on him personally, and being black didn't help at all. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy, man. I kind of feel sorry for him because I don't believe that he deserved that much time. I mean, the man did have passionate moments. He listened to the music, some great music they would listen to and sing and have great times. I'm not going to just, talk about the bad times. He had great times as well with them women, as well as them brothers, and he was a leader. He was a well-known leader. I think he got out of hand. He was okay at the beginning, and towards the end he got out of hand and he started feeling himself way too much, way too much, and it backfired on him. And he let the sex control him with Netri. Netri's sex may have been very good, and he let it poison him. He let it destroy him by letting her return and come and go as she pleased. And she's the one who got him jammed up. They said behind every downfall is always a woman. Behind every downfall. And there you got it. You know, Netri went and made claims against him. Velvet made claims against him. And everybody else start coming out and start telling. And, you know, even the guys came out and start telling their stories. And it just down fell from there. You know what I mean? All it took was from them to come and lock him up. And they got him, and it was over. And that's all the judge needed to capitalize their hidden agenda and secret hate against the black culture anyway. You know what I'm saying? That's all they need. That's all they needed to justify their real attentions. I mean, the judge may personally felt that she didn't like what this man was doing towards women, how he was dogging women out and just having people under his rule, under the wrong reasons, besides the teachings. Like I said, man, Nature Boy had power. He had power. He could have used that power and became rich with them. They could have, all he had to do was not abuse them. That's all he had to do, was not abuse them and respect them. And if they wanted to leave and if they disagreed with something, all he had to do was leave. And instead of calling their names out, he had to do all of that. He could have just been, whoever's unhappy, they could have just left, and then he could have not let them come back. And then he could have had new people just come. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day now, it's over with. It's over with. They sentenced him. They gave him life in prison. Hopefully he could come down on appeal. Hopefully he could come down on appeal and, you know, get a lesser charge. I mean, not get a lesser charge, get lesser time, because the rape charge ain't going nowhere. But hopefully he can get a lesser charge and lesser time, and, you know, that man can see the light of day again, man, because freedom is everything. It's worth more than money, worth more than time, worth more than sex. And I ain't gonna say I don't wish nobody jail. I definitely didn't wish him jail, though. You know, so hopefully they can overturn this and he can get a better outcome after this journey. It's definitely a movie, I'll tell you that. But peace and love, y'all. I just wanted to get put my little 2 cents in it and say something else about it, because it just dawned on my mind. And I think it was an attack against a black culture, a black leader, you know. He was a black leader, whether they want to accept it or not. You know, the Garfields and all of them talking about he's not a black leader. He was a black leader. All right. He had a hell of a teaching, and he made sense at the beginning, and he just went out of portion and went off board with it. You know what I mean? But I'm gone, y'all. Peace and love. Let me go and eat my Cold Stone ice cream and enjoy my day. I'm gone.